Becca. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Kim.
Hello?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you're a little
Sweet.
fuzzy.
I'm a little fuzzy.
Let me see if it's my Wi-Fi.
I swear I shave.
I need to set my Slack at do not disturb.
What's up, guys? Carrie, Emily, Janine. Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Jen.
Girl, what's going on, guys?
Hi, Jen.
Milo does this. He clucks whenever I'm talking on Zoom. It's kind of funny. It's kind of embarrassing, too. I'm just checking people in. We're not going to get started for another couple minutes. Everyone is not muted. So if you are going to be kind of loud right now, you might want to mute. Or if you're going to be saying something embarrassing to your partner, you might want to go ahead and mute. Let me get my bangs back since I haven't had a haircut in I don't know how many weeks. And I won't have a haircut in I don't know how many more weeks.
That's right. We're all going to see everybody's natural hair color soon.
Oh, I know. Like my grays are coming in quite nicely right now. And I'm just embracing it. I'm figuring, screw it. It's just natural highlights, right?
Is anybody else trying to see how long they can go without showering?
For me, it's like 2 days and I can't do it because I feel weird like working from home, but I've always worked from home. And I have a thing about like taking a shower.
Me too.
I mean, you all have biked with me. You know how like awful I smell when I am post bike. So I never want to subject my partner to that. All right, Desiree, Tammy. Sorry to have you guys doing a waiting room, but I'm trying to prevent us from being Zoom bombed, since that's kind of a thing now. All right, we're 2 minutes after. We're gonna wait another minute or two. A couple things that we need. If you don't have it, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. We're going to need a roller. A foam roller if you have it. If you don't, it's fine. Some lacrosse ball, tennis ball. If you have a mobility peanut, that would be awesome as well. This will just really help with like any knots that you guys have or anything like that. That would be really helpful. So have them off to the side. Hey, Ann. Hey, Lindsay. Ken's here. Where's Ken?
Hey.
Oh, okay, Rachel, you're on mute. I see it. Tell him I said hi. All right, we'll get started in the next minute, guys. So while we're waiting, where do you guys feel any type of like tightness or anything like that right now?
In my ass.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, Tammy, and don't worry, I've got some things on the docket for you specifically today.
I just got back from riding, so I definitely feel it.
Yeah, no, totally. Too much sitting. I know, right, Rachel? I'm reading chats. I swear I'm not talking to myself. Sitting. Oh, you're getting a ride. I'm so jealous. I'm not riding really right now because I'm actually an at-risk person. So I'm just not going to expose myself to anything.
Yeah, it's like 80 here. It's perfect.
Man, I'm jealous.
It hailed here this morning, so.
Yeah, I know. You've had hail like, what, 6 days in a row now?
Yes.
What the hell is up with that? Tell Washington to get a grip, man.
Well, we just got our stay-at-home order extended to May 4th, so there's really not a huge rush on the spring here.
Hey, Becca.
Hey.
All right, I got to put my hair up too.
Jen, I'm really super tight on the front of my like shins.
Okay, shins. You're feeling on your shins. Got it.
Yeah. And then my glute, and I have a knot in my back.
Knot in your back? Where in your back specifically? Like
right
mid
there.
back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Now, question, Carol. Do you have Do you have a lacrosse ball or anything, or like a tennis ball or something?
I don't. I have this like little like mini kind of foam
That'll work.
roller thing, and I have a normal foam roller too. But
Okay.
I've got this like with like bumps on it, which is supposed to be really good. Hopefully.
Yeah, let's use that one when you're doing some
Okay.
of the mobility at the end, because I usually get started about 5 minutes after. It's telling me my internet is unstable. All right, Wendy, your quads. Got it. Do I Zwift? No, I do not, Rachel, unfortunately. I actually do not have a smart trainer. And I do have a trainer though, it's a fluid trainer. But I do also have a speed thing and a cadence sensor for my bike, but both of the batteries are dead now, so I need to replace them. So I'll get some batteries connected. Okay, yep, got it. Ooh, I don't need a smart trainer. Okay, good, because when I clicked on the link from Madge, it made it sound like I needed one, and I didn't think I did. I'll just pedal to my heart's content. All right, let me make one more attempt here. Oh, someone's dogs. Hey, Janine, is that your dog? Milo's over here. You're getting humped? Oh, no. Can't have that happen.
Anytime I lay down.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to figure this out real quick. Of course, Instagram's down. It's all good. Give me 1 second, guys. Awkward pause. All right, if you have anything else that if you have anything else that needs to be covered right now, let me know. Now's the time to kind of shout it out, because then I can make some like mental changes to things. Keep in mind, guys, I am not a yoga instructor. I am a certified personal trainer and health coach, so I know all about stretching. There will be some elements to this that will be a lot like yoga, but it's not going to be a yoga session. This is really just stretching for athletes, honestly. Stretching for athletes and people who are just sore and verklempt from sitting and stuff like that too much. Milo might photobomb me. Becca has a list of tight muscles. That is fine. Judgment-free zone here, Becca. And lack in the mobility department. Okay, that's fine. Basically today, what we're going to focus on for the most part is going to be a consistent matter of, I mean, we're always going to be focusing on hips and especially like hip flexors and things like that right now. Just because generally speaking, that's what we're going to be the tightest on. So we're going to always focus on that. The other thing is a little bit of upper body I have on the docket today. I'm looking at my cheat sheet, not cheat sheet. Looking at my cheat sheet, and upper back, also lower back. We're doing a little bit more lower back than we did last week, as well as glutes. So there's going to be a little bit of a repetitiveness from last week, and that's just to be expected, just because of the nature of what we're all kind of experiencing right now. But other than that, hold on a minute. Technology, guys. Technology's giving me an issue right now. Hold on. Is there a millennial in the group that I can ask a question? I'm just kidding.
Aren't you a millennial technically? I'm gonna guess. Because I
40.
technically am, and I refuse to believe it.
I'm 40 though.
I won't accept it.
I'm 38.
Yeah, they won't.
I'll be 39.
They won't take me. Yeah, they won't take me.
Okay,
I'm like
good.
whatever that in between is.
Yeah, I'll hang out with you then.
That's fine. And you're just here for the dogs, I see, Jen, which is awesome.
And the lower back stretch.
Yeah, and the lower back stretch for sure. All right, so I have all of you guys on the screens right now. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do something on another account right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and close out and just focus on you lovely people. Because yeah, for some reason it's not wanting to do shit. All right, well, let's get started here, guys. All right, the first thing we're going to do is actually a little bit different than last week, and it's really just to, I'm also going to mute everyone. It's really just to help, you can unmute yourself, by the way, at any point, but it's really just to help us kind of center ourselves a little bit more with what's going on right now, and that's just to focus on our breathing. All right, now again, I'm not really a yoga instructor, but did used to coach meditation years ago, about 12, 15 years ago. So what this looks like is you can either be on your knees, or you can go ahead and sit cross-legged if you want to, whatever is comfortable for you. Or ideally, to really set you into the zone, you can go ahead and just lay on your back, all right? That's actually what I'm going to do, is lay on my back. And I usually prefer to have a hand on my stomach and then another hand on my chest. I want you guys to focus on raising that belly button of yours. So raising the hand that is on your belly. You can also put both hands on your belly too. Go ahead and give me 5 breaths, focusing on raising that belly up with each inhale, okay? Try to breathe through your nose. On that last exhale, go ahead and make it a hard exhale. Make it pretty vocal if you can. You're on mute. From here, you're going to roll over off to your side. Go ahead and push yourself up. And then you're going to get on all fours. Going to go ahead and have your hands underneath your shoulders. All right. Knees are directly underneath your hips, just like so. From here, we're going to go ahead, come up into a plank position. Again, shoulders are still over those hands. Try to push the floor actively away. All right, you'll see I have a little bit of a curve on my back. We're going to go ahead and tuck our tailbone under. Just hang out here for a second. Go ahead and inhale. And exhale, bring those hips down to the ground. Rest those thighs on the floor. Look up to the ceiling. Tuck those toes. Go into down dog. You're going to go ahead and gas pedal your feet 5 times each foot. So a total of 10 gas pedals. Get a little bit of stretch in those hammies. Good. On that last one, get a last stretch here. Bring that head through. Your arms, back is nice and flat. Then come down to plank. Bring your hips to the ground. Tuck those toes back under. Look up at the ceiling. Push your shoulders away from your ears. From here, I want you guys to actually get in a little bit more of a stretch with your neck. I'm going to take left ear to left shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. Go ahead and repeat on the left side. And again on the right. And then come back down. You're going to go ahead, still on your knees. Get in a little bit of, like, I guess what's called a child's pose in yoga. We're just going to stay here for 30 seconds. I'm watching the clock. Go ahead and start now. Got 10 more seconds. Those deep breaths in. Good. Come back up. Gonna go on to all fours. I'm actually gonna face you guys just so it's easier for you to see. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have, you're gonna switch over to your bottom, sitting on your butt. You're gonna have your feet out in front, knees are up. Get settled there. My favorite is 90-90 stretch. I said that really loudly. I apologize. I keep forgetting I have my mics on. But from here, we're going to go ahead, widen out your legs a little bit. You're going to bring your right knee in, your left knee out. So 2 90-degree angles, more or less. All right. Let's stay here. From here, we're actually going to do some more twisting than we did last week, just because the low back's a little bit crazy, or this is for Tammy's butt too. This helps with your glute too. You're just going to rotate left to right. try to twist around as much as you can. Now, keep in mind, we're also working with a variety of different injuries. Excuse me, I know a lot of you guys have been in, you know, car accidents like I have. So we're just trying to play within whatever your range of motion is today. Back over. Go ahead, left to right, 2 more times. 2 more times, left to right. Keep going. I'm gonna let in a couple of other people. Welcome, Bianca.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
How you
We're just
doing?
doing a little, we're just doing a little 90-90 stretch right now.
Awesome.
All right, from here, go ahead and let's actually switch over to the other side. So now the right knee is down on the outside, and then on the inside is the left knee. Cool. Go ahead and meet me there, and then go ahead and rotate through. So we're gonna spin through a little bit, chest is nice and tall. We're just gonna rotate through that lower body or that lower back. Total of 5 times, so left to right. And go at your own pace. This isn't for time or anything like that. This is really just to get you guys a little bit more limber. And if you're, I didn't actually mention this like I did last week, if you're having a hard time just getting one of your knees down, feel free to grab a pillow even, put it underneath your butt. You can raise your butt a little bit just to make it more comfortable for you. Again, this is totally up to you guys, completely custom. All right, once you're done with that 5th one on that side, then we're gonna do a little bit of a like piriformis stretch. So we're gonna come back, lay on our back. And what I'm going to do is I'm first of all gonna lay on my back, bring my right leg up, cross it over, all right? Hopefully you guys can see in this angle. From here, I'm laying back. I'm gonna bring that low back into the ground as well. And then I'm gonna reach my hands through, awkwardly grab that leg, and I'm gonna pull it close, bringing my chin or my face as close as I can to my legs. And then I'm going to lay back, still holding on to that. If you need to, you can flex your feet. Sometimes that feels a little bit more comfortable for people. We're gonna hang out here. I'm watching the clock. Just breathe deeply, like we did when we first started, guys. Just nice deep breaths into that belly button. This should help the glutes that I know some of you guys are experiencing tightness in. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release that leg slowly. Bring both feet down to the ground. And then you're gonna switch legs. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and cross into a figure 4. Bring that leg up. Thread the arms or hands through. Clutch that leg. You can flex your feet if you want to. Bring your head towards that foot. And then relax, but still hold that stretch. Okay, and don't forget to breathe. We're here for 30 seconds from here. Ten seconds. Breathe through that belly button. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Next one we're going to do is open up a little bit of our pecs and upper body, because kind of like what I said last week, we're sitting in this position. If you're like me, I tend to look like a little bit of a mad scientist when I'm over my laptop. So let's try to open up our pecs a little bit more. open up just our upper body. Get your foam roller or a pillow if you have one. We're not really going to use it for actual foam rolling, but we will be using it as support here in just a second. So put that off to the side. First thing we're going to do is we're going to face the ground on our belly. All right, I'm just going to angle myself to you guys here. I'm going to plant my right arm first onto the ground. We're going to make a T shape with our arms. Feet are together. Face is down. I didn't think about this with my glasses. From here, we're going to pin that right shoulder into the ground, and the right hand is flat on the ground. Pin the right shoulder in. We're going to support with our left hand and rotate up, getting a nice pec stretch in. You can stay here, or you can bring that left leg around if the right hand is pinned. To bring that left leg around, we're going to hold it here for 20 seconds. So not quite as long, but long enough just to get a little bit of a pec stretch in. I'm watching the clock for you guys. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release from that. You're going to come back to your belly, readjust. You're going to now plant that left shoulder down on the ground. Palm is flat on the ground. Using that right hand as support, you're going to push away from there. You can use your leg or you can stay right there. And we're here for 20 seconds. And I'm going to watch the clock and put my glasses on while you guys hold that. Thanks, guys. Everyone's looking good. Sweet. All right, go ahead and release out of that. This is where you're going to grab that foam roller or pillow. And really it's just here as support for your right leg. So I'm going to lay down on my side actually. So I'm laying down on my side. The foam roller is just here for support, all right, to kind of even out your hips. From here, you're going to just rest your head gently on that arm. So your left arm's completely down. I'm on my left side. From here, you're going to go ahead, start off with your right arm right out in front, okay? You're going to bring it up and around, and then you're going to open up your chest to the sky or ceiling, still bringing that right arm around, and then down to your hips. Then you're going to rotate back and then meet at start, okay? Once again, you're going to reach up that arm, reach overhead, open up that shoulder area and chest to the ceiling, come back around with that hand to start. Let's go there 5 more times on that side, guys. 5 more times. We're going to do a total of 7 times here. This is again just really to open up that upper body since we've been Netflixing and chilling or just working from home, not at our usual area at home if we have the fortune of working from home right now. I know a few of you guys are healthcare providers, so I just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out. I know you're working hard, a couple of you in the ER here in Denver. Love you, mean it. All right, and after you finish that 5th one, you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So go ahead and reverse whenever you're ready. Just gonna come back up to sitting and then just head over to your right side. Right side's down. Foam roller's just here for support or pillow, whatever you guys have. Doesn't really matter. Again, that right arm is up, whatever's comfortable for you. Just rest that head, chill, take a nice deep breath. Start off the left hand in front of you, and then just go up over in front of you and around. You're gonna go there a total of 7 times on this side, guys, 7 times. And don't speed through it. Just kind of go through it at your own pace. If you have any shoulder limitations, that's perfectly fine. I know a couple of us are recovering with shoulder stuff right now. So just go at your own pace. Everyone has a really good range of motion. Kudos, guys. Oh, Bianca, Tina's bothering you. I love it. I love everyone's dogs. Sorry, I know I'm laughing in everyone's ears. I apologize. Good, guys. Good. After you finish that last one, just go ahead and come to a seated position just so I know you guys are done. Oh my gosh, Tammy. Was that your cat or your dog? I couldn't tell. It was such a small screen. Oh my God, I love it. It's a little kitty cat. All right, so now guys, this is something what we did last week, a little bit of a lat stretch. And all this looks like, you see Milo here. His tail's working again, by the way, guys. Yay, his tail wasn't working the other day. He had a frozen tail. You had limp tail. Oh, now he's in the way. So Milo, you're gonna go to your bed. All right, go to your bed, dude. Go to your bed. I love you, I mean it. Okay, so from here, you're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of a lat stretch. It's fine. Milo's just helping. You're gonna put your hands on a sofa or a desk or a chair, whatever you guys have near you. You're just gonna go ahead and you're just gonna go ahead and make out with your dog. You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna get my glasses, buddy. You're gonna go ahead. Palms are flat. You're gonna push your head through. You're gonna push your head through. Sorry for the laughter, guys. Push your head through. Get a nice lat stretch here. You should feel it, maybe not even necessarily in your lats, but at least in your upper body, rear of your shoulder. Hi, buddy. You're just gonna hold it there for a good 10 seconds, then come up, release, and then go back down into, okay, dude. Then you're gonna go back down into that stretch, all right? You're just gonna go there at least 2 to 3 times. Just kind of feel what it feels like. If you're noticing any type of like limitation because of shoulder issues or anything like that, all you can do is just do a shorter one. Or you can actually do a little bit of a crossover with your arm in front of you. If this still bothers you, then just go ahead and eliminate the stretch altogether, okay? And now Milo's licking his trunk. Good, guys. Good. Does that feel better, Laura? You can just shake. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm just trying to think in my head of everyone's stuff. Sweet. All right. Release out of that, guys. Now we're going to do some sofa twists or desk twists or seat twists, whatever this looks like for you. Do you mind, sir? And this is just here for support, all right? So what this looks like is I don't know if you guys can hear his tail or not. You're gonna just hold this for support. You're gonna go ahead, plant that right hand on that support there. You're gonna twist away on your knees, if this is okay with you. You twist away, try to get in that full rotation and bring that opposite shoulder around. If you have any type of thoracic spine limitations, you might notice a little bit of tightness and things like that in this area, and that's perfectly fine. Just kind of go wherever that range of motion is for you, okay? Hold for 10 seconds there. And then we're gonna go ahead back. Left hand's gonna be placed on chair, sofa, whatever. We're gonna get a little bit of a twist then to your right. And again, hand is just there really for support. Try not to push through pain at any point. Go ahead and hold that for 10 seconds. I've got the clock. And then reverse onto the other side again, so opposite side. Same thing, 10-second hold. My back's just popping. Just get a nice little rotation in. 3, 2, 1, and then other side again. Last time on this side. Go ahead and hold that. Hi, buddy. All right. I put my glasses back on because I don't think he's going to lick my face anymore. All right, from here. Yeah, no, head out, Jen. It was good seeing you. Are you going to do the WOD? Oh, man, I didn't realize. Oh, yeah, because it's at 4:30. That's right. Give Danielle a hell of a time for me, all right?
I might actually just watch it, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I might just throw.
All right, I'll see you
Bye.
later, Jen. Bye. Okay, now couch stretch. This is great for any type of like hip flexor tightness. You can use a couch, or you can use, a pillow behind you, or if you don't have anything near you, you can just go ahead and do a lunge. But the key here, guys, is no matter what position you guys actually have, whoops, sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to scare you. No matter what position you guys actually get into or what prop you're using, the key is to tuck that tailbone under a little bit, all right? So tuck that tailbone under. That'll help kind of smooth out that lower back a little bit more. We're gonna hang out here for at least 30 seconds, okay? And you don't have to go into this type of stretch either, all right? Just has to be a small stretch. Doesn't take much to really stretch that area. I've got the clock. Tuck that tailbone, just a nice little reminder. Good. Now on your next exhale, go a little bit deeper if you can. Maybe it will be a very obnoxious lunge. That's perfectly fine. Just go there for a brief second and then come back. Tuck the tailbone under again, and we're gonna hang out there for another 20 seconds, all right? I've got the clock. I'm sorry if you guys can hear Milo drinking really loudly. All right, ease out of that. We're gonna go ahead and switch legs. All right, so same thing on the other side, just now we're on our left leg. Again, tuck that tailbone under, just to really focus the stretch on the actual hip flexor or front of your hips. All right, 30 seconds from here. It's Milo's dinner time right now. So he's getting what I get, guys. Most of you guys who've ridden with me, he gets a little angry. All right. Now again, go into a deeper lunge here. All right, get into a deeper lunge. Nice exhale. Then go ahead and come back to where you just were. Tuck that tailbone, and we're going to be here for another 20 seconds. I've got the clock. Good, Janine. Everyone's looking really good. Nice. All right. Ease out of that. Now, if you guys, there's a couple of options here. Milo's going to join me here. There's a couple of options. If you have a roller, go ahead and grab a roller. If you don't have a roller, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. If you want, you can choose whatever stretch we just did, choose a couple of them, and go ahead and rotate through them. Watch your clock, watch your phone timer, whatever you're using, and just go ahead and do about 20, 30 seconds of a stretch, for each of them, all right? But if you have a roller, and especially if you, hi buddy, especially if you have a lacrosse ball, that's when we're gonna go ahead and let's grab the lacrosse ball. Do you actually have one, Tammy, or a tennis ball or something? Because this is what's really gonna help your glute. If you don't, it's fine. Let's go ahead and use the roller. Like I know, Carol, you have that naughty roller that has the little horns on it. So go ahead and grab that. But for now, I'm gonna actually use a lacrosse ball. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys my butt. I'm gonna go off to the side here. So I'm not on my sits bones. Do not ever roll anything over your sits bones. That's a great recipe for sciatica pain. Ooh, what size lacrosse ball? Honestly, just a regular. So lacrosse balls are pretty standard. You can also use a golf ball if you want. Tennis ball also works. But yeah, any size that's maybe like, I mean, I have tiny hands. So this isn't a very good judge, but it's like smaller than a baseball, if that helps. What about this double one? Yes, double one's good. You got the double peanut, you got the double balls. All right, so we're gonna take the ball and stick it in her butt. We're gonna stick it in her butt cheek, guys. I'm here for comedy relief here. So off to the side, you're just going to roll over onto the at an angle. So kind of off into the side here. You're gonna find a sensitive spot. Like for me, it's usually always in kind of where like butt cheek dimples are, if that makes sense. Kind of in that area there. I'm trying not to breathe deeply because I'm wearing a mic right now. But when you find a spot, hang out there. You're going to take a couple of deep breaths at least and really focus on accentuating the exhale. All right, the exhale is really important, but that'll help kind of funnel a little bit more oxygen to that area. And we're just going to rotate left to right. Milo's showing you what to do. Hey, buddy. I know, it's dinner time. Use Mr. Grumpy Bear. But again, don't do this around your sits bones, especially for the cyclists in the group. It's just a good way to kind of aggravate your sciatica nerve. Stretching by Milo. We're hanging out here for a little while. We're hanging out here for at least a minute. At least a minute. Hi, buddy. Milo, can you go to your bed? Milo, go to your bed. Go to your bed. Good boy. All right. From here, we're going to do the same thing on the other cheek. So you can rotate over. And again, just if you need a visual, I'm kind of just off to the side here. So here's my hip bone area. I'm off to the side, kind of in the meaty part of the booty. And then I'm just using my same side elbow as support. And then I'm just rotating left and right, just to kind of go through that. Check, I'd have a question here. I missed a couple things. Natalie, shoulder popping, okay. Maybe not. Yeah, so Rachel, with any type of stretching, if one side is a little bit tighter, remember what you were massaging or stretching earlier and just kind of go back to it after we're done. I mean, there's no real harm in anything that we're doing to go back on if you need to. Hey, Helen, welcome. All right. And then just hang out there. Still have at least 30 seconds here, guys. Getting out any knots and stuff does take a little bit of time. Any type of self-massage, especially with any peanuts or mobility balls or lacrosse or golf balls, whatever you guys have right now is going to be really important, especially if you do tend to be pretty tight and tense, just because I know none of us can really see any type of physical therapist or massage therapist or anything. So hopefully this will help. Good. Go back there. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to take the lacrosse ball and we're going to do our oops, we're going to do our shoulder blade area. If you don't have a lacrosse ball, you can use the foam roller. So especially with you, Carol, the foam roller here, my only caveat with once we start to do a foam roller is if you're if you haven't yet worked out today, don't foam roll your low back yet. All right, that's the only thing, is don't foam roll your low back yet. Just because we always want to keep our core and low back, which our low back is part of the core, we always want to keep that fired up before we work out. Now, after we work out, if you guys are done working out for the day, by all means, you can go ahead and roll out your low back, but we're not yet at the low back. So Carol, I know for you with that nubby devil horn foam roller, you can go ahead and just find that spot with the foam roller and just hang out there. But the key here is to kind of angle away to where you're not necessarily rolling your spine, you're just rolling that tissue that's in between your shoulder blade and your spine, okay? What this looks like is me kind of raising my hips up a little bit off the ground and just going back and forth. I do also bring whatever side is bothering you. I think, Carol, it was your left side, maybe, your left side of your shoulder blade. So you're gonna go ahead and take your left arm and hug it to you. And that's really just to expose some of the tissue that's there, some of the muscle tissue, okay? Now, if you don't quite have a roller, that's when you're gonna grab your ball and you're gonna stick it right in between your spine and your shoulder blade. So there's a spot right in between that little wing that you can make with your shoulder blade and your spine. There's some muscles there. I'm gonna go ahead and lay back on that. This could be sensitive on one side more than the other. So just play it by ear. You're gonna definitely take some deep breaths, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So I apologize if I'm breathing in your ears, but it does help kind of accentuate the actual massage part. Now here, this is where we're gonna bring it up a level. So I have the lacrosse ball underneath my right shoulder. I'm gonna go ahead, take my right arm out in front of me, and I'm gonna karate chop down next to my hip, and then I'm gonna karate chop as high as you can. I know some of us have shoulder limitations, but as high as you can then above your head, okay? Gonna go ahead and just karate chop that whole time. Get a good 10 karate chops in. And then after you get 10 karate chops in on that one spot, that one knot, don't forget to breathe. You're gonna go ahead and just go up or down 1 inch. I mean, literally that's all you need. It's either up or down 1 inch. When you find another sensitive spot, take a nice deep breath and again, karate chop. A good like 10 passes. And then once you get done with that, you're gonna switch to your other shoulder blade. Same thing with if you're still doing that foam roller, go ahead and keep doing this, guys. Don't do what I'm doing right now. I'm just getting up to watch you guys. Just go through that. Tina's saying hi, Bianca. Hi, Tina. Nice, look at all these karate chopping arms. I love it. Nice, guys. And Lindsay, you guys look like zombies over there. All right, no fighting, no fighting. Nice. Switch shoulders if you haven't already, just to get in on that other side. Natalie, you asked, Laura, why are you trying to hurt me? It's a good kind of hurt, I promise. Natalie, what about yoga? Yoga's great. I love yoga. I'm just personally not a registered yoga instructor, so I think yoga is great. It's one of those things that you can do anytime. I think it's a great complement to strength athletes and especially mountain bikers because we're always in this position here. And I know we have a few CrossFitters too in the group. But yeah, yoga is great. Laura, yes, this should be okay for any type of rotator cuff stuff. The thing with, so when you're doing any work in between your shoulder blade and your spine, it's not necessarily including any of your rotator cuff. Now, if you were taking a lacrosse ball to the muscles here and right around your armpit, that's when it would be a little sensitive to rotator cuff stuff. And usually it's not recommended if you if you do have any rotator cuff stuff. So I'm never really gonna have you guys massage here anyways, just because a lot of people have some torn rotator cuffs without knowing. So yeah. Oh, got it. Sorry, Natalie, I misunderstood the question. No, should we roll out our lower back if we want to do? Oh, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, you can totally do it. If you are planning on, so our question was, just in case this thought is pretty fragmented for you guys. If you are planning on doing yoga later, she was asking if it's still okay to roll out your lower back. Certainly. You know, if you're doing a little bit more advanced stuff, like maybe some handstands and headstands, you might not want to. Maybe wait until after yoga to roll out your lower back. But anything that really requires you to engage your core excessively, but you should be fine. All right, cool. So those are karate chops. We've done butt stuff. We've done some shoulder blade stuff just to kind of loosen that up a little bit. And anybody else feeling anything in like their hips and stuff? I'm gonna actually go ahead and dangerously, well, maybe I won't unmute everyone, but I do want to start a gab session here in a minute. That way we can do the socialize part of this. But let me know if there's any other spot you guys want to kind of roll out first, because if we want to, we can go ahead and go to the foam roller just real quick if you have a foam roller. And this is where the foam roller comes in handy. Again, if you're planning on still working out tonight, don't foam roll your low back, but go ahead and hug yourself, give yourself a nice big hug. Since we can't really hug anyone, you're gonna raise your hips up. You're gonna start the foam roller at your mid back, so right around your bra strap line. Ken, if you're not wearing a bra strap, just start in your mid back. You're gonna hug yourself, raise those hips up, and then you're just gonna go up towards your shoulder blade area and then come back. You're gonna go ahead and do 5 pass-throughs. Then you're gonna rotate off to the left and do 5 pass-throughs there. And then rotate a little bit to the right. And it's just a slight rotation just to expose some of that musculature, and do 5 pass-throughs there. After you do 5 middle, 5 to the left, and 5 to the right pass-throughs, then we're gonna do 1 quick little sweep of quads, because I know one of you guys mentioned that you had some tight quads. And what that looks like is we'll just put the foam roller down on the ground. We'll go ahead and I'm gonna start with my right leg. So I'm gonna go ahead and angle off to the right. And I'm belly down on the ground. I'm gonna come down to my elbows here. And the right leg is fully extended. You can do whatever you need to with your toes. It's perfectly fine. You can even bend at the knee if you want to really expose your quads. And you're just gonna do 5 pass-throughs on the top of your quad. And then 5 passes off to the right of your quad, or off to the side, the outside of your quad. Kind of getting into a little bit of your IT band, but not really. Just getting into that quadricep off to the side. And then you're gonna do 5 on the inner thigh, right? 5 on the inner thigh is a little bit difficult to get in and out of, but you're just gonna have to kind of open your leg off to the side to expose that inner thigh there. Go ahead, do 5, 5, and 5. 5 top, 5 out, outer, and then 5 inner. And then switch legs when you guys are done. Do the same thing on the other side. Ah, yeah, Carol, thanks for the front of shins reminder. So Carol, the same thing. If your quads are actually feeling really good, everybody else, you guys can still roll out your quads. If you're feeling the front of your shins and you have that foam roller with I would maybe start with the regular foam roller that you have, the black one, and not use the spiky one, just because it could be a little sensitive. What it's going to look like is you're going to be off on one leg. So you're supporting yourself on one leg. Be off on one leg. I don't even know if that sentence makes sense. You're going to go ahead and lean on one leg on the foam roller. You're going to start just below the knees. Try not to roll over the bone, obviously. You're going to roll over your shin, though. You're just going to point your toe a little bit. You're going to go off to the side and then just foam roll that shin all the way down to the ankle and then back. And this is for anyone who's feeling any type of like shin tightness. You know, Carol was talking about that. Nice, guys. Nice. Everyone's looking really good. Oh, yeah. Good, you guys. Good. And then, Tammy, the other thing you can do, if you're still feeling any type of glute tightness, Tammy, is you can actually foam roll your glute like this. And this is just to show you guys, because then we're going to start socializing here in a minute. But this is just to kind of show you what that looks like. And again, I'm off to the side. I'm angled. I'm not sitting like this to aggravate my sciatica. I'm off to the side, okay? So that's a good thing to get some glute goodness in. All right, hopefully that helped. Ooh, Rachel, you want to do a little bit more front of chest? If you want to do front of chest and you have a lacrosse ball, you can go ahead and do a little bit of a pec roll if you want. Cervical spine area, Helen, that's a really good question. For me, you know, like I actually have extreme tightness from just like a recent crash that I had. So I have a lot of tightness in my neck from like C5, C6 gunkiness. I personally tend to not have any, like I don't do anything cervically, just because sometimes a lot of us have cervical issues or cervical injuries historically. I will say, if you have a peanut though, I really recommend finding like a door frame, getting into the door frame, and then literally like just massaging that whole area, because that really helps with those neck erector muscles. Just kind of loosen them up a little bit. But again, be careful. Like that's just something that I know my doctors and my chiropractor have had me do over the years, and especially with this like recent incident, just because I kind of got myself good with a stupid crash. And that's actually what's really saved me. So hopefully that helps you. Just liability wise, sometimes I just tend to not incorporate any type of cervical stuff, just because it's, I don't know, I feel like it's very exposed for a lot of people. Oh, Helen, do you have a good homemade peanut? Yeah, grab a sock and grab 2 lacrosse balls and just stick them in a sock, not an ankle sock, but like a crew sock. And then you can just tie off the sock, and it basically makes the same exact thing. I will say the lacrosse ball is going to be a lot more hard, like just a lot harder rather than these. These are actually yoga tune-up tools, therapy balls, and they're softer, so they're pretty good. I wouldn't recommend, if you're going to do any like soft tissue manipulation in your cervical, I wouldn't really recommend golf balls, because those are really hard. Even though they're small, they might not be really comfortable. So that might be a little bit too much stuff. Oh yeah, and then other people, yeah, you said you have 2 taped tennis balls. Oh yeah, it's perfect. A sock works though, yeah, but tape is good. The sock just kind of helps it be a little bit more mobile. All right, cool. I'm gonna unmute everyone. Oh God, where'd my thing go? I should have a millennial here working this for me. Doing speaker view. So guys, go ahead and unmute yourselves, because I went ahead and did away with one of the things for muting, and I don't want to end the meeting accidentally.
Jen, Juliana just came in.
Hi. What do you think of all of this, Milo? What is going on? He does that every time I get excited and I talk to the Zoom. Oh my gosh, how is she handling it?
Pretty stir crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Yep, pretty stir crazy. So
I don't know what he's barking at. Yeah. He also does this every time I'm on Zoom, so I don't know. How's everyone doing? Hey, Rachel says, hi, everyone. You can unmute, Rachel. Now's socialized talk. Here, I'm going to unmute you. Ha.
Occasional blenders and chopping going on.
I have an occasional dog who barks and licks my face and then licks his junk, so I think you're fine.
Christina.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Rocco.
Like, what is going on?
I know. He's like, what the heck is this stuff, man? It's snow. Oh, look at, hey, Kim and your dog. Oh God, wait, hold on. Oh God, Milo's gonna, incoming. It's dinner time for him, so he's a little crazy right now.
Time to eat. Thank you.
All right, I know a few people had to leave and stuff, but thanks for coming. I'm so glad everyone came. I'm unmuting you.
Thank you. Great, Jen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, of course. Thank you.
Yeah,
I figured it's something. I'm trying to unmute you, Anne and Lindsay, and you guys keep muting yourselves.
Because we have a lot of like, we talk during this, so.
Oh, that's fine.
It's
Don't worry about it.
It's mostly Lindsay like yelling at me and saying, "What? Why does this hurt so bad? What are you making me do?" And then me like correcting it, and then her saying, "That's worse. What's wrong with you?" All
Guys, you guys need to be separated.
Save me.
Wendy and the dogs. This is great.
Came to my house.
So thanks for joining. So question, what did you like? What felt awful? Really just those two questions. What did you like and what felt absolutely awful?
I'm a huge fan of the karate chop.
Yeah, okay, good.
That was amazing. I loved the karate chop.
Yeah,
It makes
every night.
such a difference.
I like the arm around.
Yeah, the arm around. Okay, because I know I was trying to add that from last week.
Yeah, that was really nice too.
Also great.
And the pec stretch. Like,
Really like the upward dog with the neck head thing.
Okay, cool.
I like the 90-degree legs stretch with the twist.
All right, I'm down with that. That's seriously one of my favorites. And I suggest if anyone squats in this group to do the 90-90 before you squat. Highly recommend doing the 90-90 before you squat. And just something like something simple. You're not holding it for a long period of time, so you can lift heavy or heavier after you do that stretch. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, I really recommend just doing that. I'm just laughing at Lindsay and Ann. Sorry. I'm always laughing at you guys. I'm always laughing. You guys. Okay, good. So 90-90, I'll make a note of that. Anybody feel any weirdness with the couch stretch?
Oh, I love
That was
those.
nice.
Okay, okay, good.
Especially the quad one.
Yeah, okay, good. Sweet. Well, what do you guys have planned this weekend? Anything exciting?
I'm watching Nick play Call of Duty forever and ever and ever.
Oh, man. I didn't realize, I didn't take him as like a Call of Duty guy.
Oh, he is. And then it's funny because he has an East Coast accent, but he's very New York. But then for some reason he yells at the TV in a Boston accent.
Oh my God.
He was right before.
This is amazing. Any other? Did you say it was so entertaining?
Especially when you're trying to work.
Oh. Do you have to work over the weekend?
Oh no, this is my life.
Oh, you're Monday to Friday. Got it.
Yeah.
Anybody else have wild and crazy weekend plans?
No, I'm gonna teach all day tomorrow.
Yeah, nice.
I'm doing your workouts. I'll be suffering through those.
Okay,
full body
bad
workouts are
advertising.
pretty tough.
Bad advertising.
Hey, I'm still doing them.
They're lovely, just for anyone
so good. They're
who's
so
wondering.
Yeah,
The full body workouts are legit tough.
I don't
No, they
cry at
are.
all.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes to an hour of just bliss. That's all. Someone's riding. Oh, Kia, you're riding your bike. I really feel like I should just get out on the road and not be so scared. I'm not gonna ride up the trail, but maybe just like honestly, even just in my freaking neighborhood right now, I think I'd really like it.
Honestly, Jen, I climbed Golden Gate Canyon the other day, and like the entire descent, 2 cars passed me.
That's what I've heard. I've heard like from road riders, they're like, it's fantastic because no one's out and there's no
Best time.
drivers either,
Yeah.
which just feels very like surreal to me.
I've been trying to ride as much as possible, and I just leave from the house and either road or mountain. I mean,
I used to live up Golden Gate. I mean, there's a lot of blind corners, so even if there are fewer cars, like be careful for sure.
Yeah, I've never wanted to do it because of that, and that was the first time climbing it, and I felt so comfortable doing it because there was nobody on the road.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
There are fewer cars, but there are also like more cyclists, so the fewer cars that are out there are more prone to make mistakes. So just
I guess I went during the week, so I think I only saw 2 other people.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it was
nice.
really eerie quiet.
Yeah.
It
I wouldn't
feels
want to
the
go this
traffic is
weekend.
like the same.
All the trails are super busy in Golden, but like I've been running a little bit more, and I don't know if everybody else runs, but it's amazing. Like downtown Washington Street is just dead. So like all the places that were super busy, there's like nobody. And then I'm just staying away from like any walking trails or those kinds of things.
They're not so bad during the week, Laura, if you can escape during the week.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do.
Pretty quiet.
They're pretty, I would say like the trail like by the river just has a lot of oblivious people that don't really understand the social distancing. I think that's the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part for me too. It's just like, guys, you know, I know I look healthy, but I'm actually an at-risk population. Don't get near me. Like, please don't get near me. That would be fantastic.
Now a little bit. So I do agree with Natalie. There are good times to go. It's just navigating it. It's kind of
yeah. And I have to drive to any trails, so I'm not gonna. And I don't want to go on any trails personally. But that's just me. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe just go on the Greenway, but not over the weekend because I know it's gonna be packed over the weekend. But maybe during the week, if I could get away for like even just 30 minutes would be great. I think that would be awesome. Rachel, I know you gotta run. It was so nice seeing you. Yeah, head out.
Later.
It was good seeing your faces.
A quick question. Any good takeout but special, like where you feel like you're splurging a bit but not too much restaurants? We did Ambly. That was my first takeout ever. That was pretty cool.
Ambly, yeah, I haven't been to Ambly yet. I know for me, I've only done Pepper off 38th, but I'm trying to think of what's down where you're at, down south.
Well, we
What
don't
is it?
mind actually driving for special because that driving together with Melanie and back, that is our talking at the table time, so to speak.
Got it.
So that
No, I
actually
get it.
feel different or special.
Do you eat everything, Helen?
Pretty much.
Okay, I would recommend, I know this sounds weird, but Bob's Atomic Burgers in Golden, they're like so dialed. No, they're so dialed and like getting, like, I watched this girl completely, I mean, I'm sure it's not eco-friendly, but every time she took stuff out to someone, she had gloves, she took them off, she washed her hands, put new gloves on, and they're like super, I don't know, I would say that's the only place Nick and I have eaten takeout at through this time, and it was like really, I appreciated, you know, their
Cleanliness.
their cleanliness, like, yeah, I think they're taking it super serious, and they were super nice. So
Has anyone gone to the restaurants of Sushi Den or Izakaya Den for takeout?
No, not yet.
I mean, I've eaten there, they're great.
They are good. They're really good.
That's like the best sushi in the Denver area for sure.
Are you out of here, Becca? Yeah, I haven't done sushi takeout yet because I figured that might be pushing it. I don't know, but that's just me. But I will be doing it just because I love sushi. Yeah, I would think Sushi Den would be a good bet, honestly, Helen.
As a splurge for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised at like how dialed a lot of these restaurants have. How dialed? I know they need to be
kids
separated.
in the back, can the kids in the back please come?
Anytime I hear laughing, I know it's like Anna Lindsay. But you know, they're so dialed with like wearing gloves and honestly like sanitizing everything. I've been pretty impressed with the places we've gone, but I've only gone to like 2 places. I will say here in Denver, for those of you that are local, this coming Tuesday, I think they're doing like Takeout Tuesday or something like that, where a bunch of restaurants are expecting a little bit more of an influx just to kind of support some local restaurants. Now, of course, that might be the time for you not to maybe go and do takeout when there's a lot of other people there waiting for curbside service, but that could be an option too. And I think there's a couple of websites too that have an extensive listing of all of the local restaurants here in the Denver and Fort Collins area, because I think Fort Collins is also getting in on that, Holly. It could be worth kind of going and checking out. Carol, all right, yeah, I know you got to go feed the kiddo. That's okay. I have to go feed Milo here in a few because he's getting like grumpy pants.
Thank you so much, though, Jen. This
It
was
was
really
so
great.
good
Great.
seeing
Oh,
you.
come here and wave.
I'll tell Erin you said hi.
Yes, and hi Milo too. Thanks.
All right, well, bye, hon.
Bye.
But yeah, it's one of those things where like, yeah, look at the Denver restaurant scene, and then I'm sure Seattle's probably doing something, but I think they're starting to do like Takeout Tuesday. So it could be worth checking it out. I don't know.
I really like Just Be Kitchen.
Just Be Kitchen, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
place,
down on
especially like
Pratt.
gluten-free
It's
stuff.
super
Yeah.
healthy. Yeah, and it's just like nice to get like some good like hearty vegetables. You know, when you just feel like, yeah, you're kind of out of your wavelength. It's good food, and the burrito's amazing. And I'm not
okay.
Nice. Jen, where did we go and get pancakes?
Oh fuck. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, but it was so good. It was
Yeah, you did.
It was off Tennyson, Vital Root.
That one.
Vital Root's great.
Vegetarian vegan place. Oh man, that place was they do takeout.
Exactly.
So
I'm
actually,
trying to contribute.
Helen, Root Down. If you want like a fancy dinner to go to Root Down, because they're actually now doing Tiger King specials, which I have not watched Tiger King, but they're doing Tiger King specials with cocktails to go. But it includes like cocktail and
franchise
and like your dinner and everything like that. And Root Down's associated with Vital Root. So in case anyone's Tiger King, isn't that the name of that show? I haven't watched it on Netflix.
It's terrible.
I haven't watched it. Instead, I'm watching like The Americans because I always love spy thrillers. It's so good.
It's like a train wreck. Like you can't look away.
I can't see, and I'm from Florida, and my life growing up was a train wreck, like with like Alligator Alley and all this other crap. That I wish Natalie was still here because she would agree. I just don't know if I want to do. I don't know if I want to. Oh yeah, Kim, you know what I'm talking about. I just don't know if I want to do Tiger King.
Then don't.
Oh, Olive, is that Olive?
Oh yeah, she's right here.
Yeah. Oh, hi Nugget. I miss you at the gym. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, sorry guys. I'm like how most people are with children. I am like this with dogs.
Just a random turn of thing. Like I just thought of this. It's really cool that Comba and Vita got to be able to get those ladies maintenance clinics onto a virtual platform. So I thought that was neat.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked to see that. I'm so glad because it's totally possible. And I saw some of the blogs. So guys, for those of you who mountain bike, and even those of you who don't, because yours truly might be making some at-home workouts that are going to be just as awful as Laura's. But but we're going to be having a vlog series with Vita. A lot of the ambassadors and coaches and things like that will be producing some content both on the bike and off the bike and whatnot. I wish Rachel was still here to talk a little bit more about it, but expect some release on that April through May, and probably even obviously June, because we're going a little bit more virtual with that. Just everybody's covering a bunch of different topics, so I'm really excited to see everything.